Big story breaking on India Today. India Today's access details of the negotiations between the government and General Atomics for the MQ-9B Sea Guardian drones for the Indian Armed Forces. Top government sources have told India Today the focus remains on technology transfer when it comes to the Predator drones. 31 of these drones are being negotiated. That's the deal we are being told, and domestic manufacturing remains high on government's agenda. The prices being negotiated are much lower than prices other foreign powers have paid for the Guardians, the Sea Guardians and Reaper drones. According to top government of technology, will help the domestic ecosystem in India, including the Defence Research and Development Organization. 21 of the 31 drones are to be assembled in India. But let's now come down to the nuts and bolts of the negotiations that are underway, and India Today has exclusive details. Engine components, radar processors, landing gears, part of the joint venture with companies in India. So top government sources have come out strongly defending the MQ-9B Sea Guardian and Predator drone deal with the United States of America. Prices still work in progress. The deal India is trying to negotiate involves elements of transfer of technology and co-manufacturing of components in India. Government sources insist there is a negotiation that's on when it comes to prices, but even benchmarks much lower than what the United States has sold these drones to other countries for. Two of India's finest defense voices, finest defense correspondents join me on India First. Shiv Arur and Abhishek Bhalla. And I want to come to you first, Shiv. From pricing to encouraging domestic manufacturing, India, according to government sources, is trying to negotiate a deal that will not just help our current and very pressing requirements, but also future domestic manufacturing ecosystem. What more can you tell us? What more are your sources telling you, Shiv?
Gaurav, this is a very comprehensive internal rebuttal in the form of a background briefing that's been released by the government in response to the many questions and claims that have been raised by the Congress party chiefly about this impending drone deal. Now, first of all, it's good that questions are being asked, but when they're based on, falsehoods, a total lack of understanding of how the process actually works, and some, perhaps insidious angles being picked out to project this as a dirty deal when negotiations haven't even begun yet, then you have this kind of rebuttal that very easily demolishes many of the claims being made. For one thing, the laughable claim that the drones we are buying are going to be 4 times costlier than the drones sold similarly to other countries. This background briefing document that the government has put out actually quantifies it, Gaurav. It says that, while you cannot compare similar deals of this kind because of the variables involved in defense procurement and configurations, while similar drones being sold to certain other countries cost about 1,200 crores a piece, India is negotiating it for about 812 crores a piece. Another laughable claim made by the Congress party is that the Cabinet Committee on Security hasn't been taken on board, when the reality, according to this document, and in fact something I can confirm, is that the Cabinet Committee on Security stage comes 7 steps later than where the current deal is situated. Another claim is about, how AI is not involved in this deal, which is ridiculous, that these drones are outdated. It doesn't take a defense expert or a journalist like me to tell you that the MQ-9 is very much a cutting-edge part of drone fleets in the United States and elsewhere. So to call them outdated, betrays a complete lack of understanding of what technology is here. Something that you put out, if I may just have 30 seconds more, Gaurav, is is, the issue of technology transfer and, local indigenization and content. When they say that none of that is actually happening, the reality is, according to this document, the Indian government, if it gets what it is aiming for, it will actually be historic in terms of indigenization, because never before has there been local assembly of drones outside the United States. India is pushing for 21 of the 31 drones to be, assembled here, not manufactured. Many of those parts, including software, landing gear, engine parts, radar processing units, etc., to be locally sourced from here. So it's a very, very ambitious deal, but there are many variables. 31 such drones, $3 billion, so much indigenization. Will it all be achieved? We don't know. The fact is, the negotiation stage is going to start now.